Hello, in this video I'll show you how you can create and use displacement map to quickly add detail to various objects.
And real quick guys, if you want to learn this awesome new program called Plasticity, I've got a course for you in the description. It's the first link there. And it's got a lot of awesome content. It's got over 42 hours of educational content. It's got a tree cutting mechs. It's got police robots, Omega, SMGs, cyborg ninjas, and much more. So be sure to check that out.
So first I'll just start with a plane. And let's go ahead and create our displacement map. So I'll just give this length and width of, let's say, 150. And this will be the bake plane. So I'll just move this down and create a clone of this and move it to 0 on the x-axis. I'll give this a gray material and black object color. And now I will just activate vertex snap and create instances around here so I can see how this object tiles. In order to get proper tiling, I need to make sure that it is seamless here on the edges, and that's what I use this for. And up here as well. So now I can just work with this object right here, and the instances will also have the same details. So I can just add symmetry from right to left and symmetry from up here to down here. So I can just start creating where I want the details to be. So I'll just make some basic cuts here. Just remove the extra vertices that may have resulted. And now just select this N-gon and inset here. And select this N-gon and delete. So pretty much left with this right here. And I would just isolate. I actually also want to delete the Y symmetry here. And sometimes we want to select all the vertices and just weld. Right here, for example, we have two closed vertices, so I just increase the weld threshold until we get them welded as well. I can also activate turbo smooth here. I can use swift loop and then set flow. So I want to have these connect together. So now what I can do is just delete the left side here. I will just collapse this, and now I'll just select these edges. Now use extend borders just to extend this out, and I'll just select these edges and move this up so we get this sharp effect right here. So now I've got this result right here, and I pretty much just select these edges and applied extrude to get these edges around here for extra sharpness. So now I need to actually connect these together. So I'll just delete turbo smooth here. I'll just select all of them and make them unique to each other. So now I will select this object and just apply a poly and attach this object on the right together. And I'll just select these vertices, make them plate on the x-axis and weld. And I'll bring back the plane. So pretty much I'll activate vertex snap. I'll go into options, enable axis constraints, hotkey Alt D, because I want these to be even with this vertex right here. I'll make sure that the x-axis is active and just basically snap it to right here and constrain to the x-axis here. And now just go to Turbo Smooth, render iterations 2 or 3. And now I will clone this and Alt-A to allow it right here. And just delete the previous object that was there. And now I'll select the bake plane, projection, pick list, and I'll turn off hidden objects. And I'll select these objects here and add. I'll go into cage and just move this up here. I'll also just make sure this is 0 on the x-axis here. And now I'll go into rendering and render to texture. Enable projection mapping. I can change some of these height map settings right here. So I can have the minimal height just be 0 and the maximum height right here. Click on the eyedropper tool and click where we want the maximum height to be. Make sure to set up a super sampler here. And I will add a height map, size 1024 by 1024. You can make it higher resolution. You can click on these 3 dots to set the folder and the name and the format, and render to files only, and then I can click on render. So now that I've baked out the map, I can apply it to a material here. So just double click on bitmap and find where I've rendered out the map. Alright, and here it is. And now just create a V-Ray material here, since I'll be using V-Ray to render it out. I'll just change some of the settings here. Alright, and I'll plug this into diffuse map right here. And here is the spoon where I want to apply some quick extra detail. So I will just apply this material and make this visible in the viewport, show shaded material in viewport. And here we are. So in order to get a better result here, I'll just apply UVW map. And you can actually use multiple UVW channels. So for example, if you already unwrap this using unwrap UVW, you can actually use map channel 2 for this. Now go back to your bitmap and have this be set to channel 2 as well. So that way you won't be touching the first channel. And now I can use the gizmo. I can move it here, rotate, and get this kind of skewed effect, and scale. You can get this effect right here. Right, let's say I want this right here. And since I'm using V-Ray, I'll just apply a V-Ray displacement modifier. And I will plug this bitmap into the text map slot right here. And I'll unplug it from here. And I'll just do a quick render. And as you can see, you get this very nice extra detail without having to do any extra sculpting or anything else. And we can even layer the detail on top of each other. So for example, if I go back to the material settings, let's create a composite map. Alright, and this will go into, let's say, layer 1. And now I can duplicate this and create a new layer here. Plug this into layer 2. And I can just maybe decrease the opacity here. And let's make this map channel 3 actually. And here I'll just apply new UW map modifier. And right away I'll just set this to be channel 3. And I'll have this be visible in the viewport here. Make sure to plug this into the actual texture, otherwise you won't be able to have it be visible in the viewport. I can also change the tiling right here, or I can do so in the gizmo for the UW map modifier. Alright, I'll go back to the viewer displacement mod, and this time I'll plug the actual composite map into there. And unplug it out of here. And I'll go back to my render, and I'll make a clone of this, and re-render with the new settings here. And also make sure the viewer displacement mod is actually on top of Turbo Smooth right here. There we are. So now you can see we have two layers of displacement. We have the original layer right here, and the secondary layer using the map channel 3 with a lower opacity, and we can see how it's getting these nice kind of vine looking details here. So you can see how just using one displacement map you can get some nice looking detail very quickly without having to do any additional modeling or sculpting. Let's try on a different object like a column, for example. So I'll just create a cylinder here, and I'll just hide unselected. So just using a very basic cylinder here, I'll go into Edit Poly, select the polygons, Control I and delete to delete the n-gon at the top and bottom here, and just Turbo Smooth, also render iterations and Iceland display. Now just do some very basic modeling here, such as inserting some edges here, scaling this outwards, clearing the smoothing group here. And now just apply UW map, cylindrical, and I'll just apply the same material here. I'll just plug this into diffuse map temporarily so I can actually apply and see it in the viewport. So actually I'll just make a clone of this. I use this instead, so I don't change any of these settings here. Right, this will be map channel 2, and this is 3 right here. So you notice I'm getting the strange result right here. I also want to change this to be 2. There we are. And I'll actually change the tiling settings right here. So I just set this to be perhaps 8 by 8. Or 4 and 4 here. So I got this result right here. Alright. And now I'll just unplug this, and once again do a displacement mod. And I'll just plug this right here and do a quick test render here. So I've got some quick ornamental detail going around the column. And now I'll just add another layer of displacement. So now what I will do is actually create a new bitmap here and find another tiling displacement map. So I've got these scales right here. Alright, and I'll plug these into layer 1, and this would be layer 2, and this will actually also be the mask for layer 2 as well. And this is actually the wrong one here, so I'll just move this off to the side and plug this into layer 2. and this will be map channel 3. So I'll just add a new UW map and make this map channel 3. And plug this composite map into, let's say, diffuse, and have this be visible in the viewport. So I'll just increase the tiling here. And I will also rotate this by 9 degrees, or let's say -90. There we are. And now I'll just increase the tiling here. So I'm getting some distortion right here. So I'll actually apply UW map on top of Turbo Smooth. So I'll just move this above Turbo Smooth right here. And you can see the distortion has been eliminated here. And actually, let's make things a little bit more complex. Let's actually blend two materials together using the displacement maps here. So I'll just create a new material here. I'll just select this, hold shift and move this down. And let's create like a gold trim material. So I'll just make this darker here. And let's say less reflective. And now create a basic gold material here. Alright, and now just create a V-Ray blend material. And this material would be the base. And this will be coat 1. So basically I want these tiles to be material number 1. And what we saw previously, I want these to be gold trim, material number 2. So basically this will serve as a mask. So I will plug this into blend 1. But first of all, I'll just create a color correction map. And I want to actually increase the contrast here, because right now, if we look at the texture, because of the displacement texture, we have this kind of blurriness here. But I want this to be a hard edge right here. So I will increase the contrast. And this will be the blend 1 right here. So now we have the base material, the coat material number 1, and the mask for the coat material. And now unplug this out of the diffuse map here. And now just select the cylinder and apply the blend material. And now I also want to update the displacement texture here, which is now actually this composite map. And here is the render. You can see we get a nice blend of different materials and different displacement details. So you can see how just with a quick material setup you get this very nice effect, transitioning between these scales, this gold trim right here. And here is the previous fork with the new material applied. As you can see, we have the scales and the gold trim. So we can get some very nice details very quickly, just using a library of different displacement maps. So it's a good idea to build up your own library. Just do some basic modeling and create some nice tiling displacement maps. Then you can quickly apply them like so and get very quick, nice details without having to do any sculpting or additional modeling. Thank you for watching and take care.